G'day, welcome to Oly35mm, user-based, quasi-empirical, cheap and cheerful videos on Olympus 35mm cameras. And today I thought I'd share with you some thoughts I've had over the year of reviewing these cameras. I've wondered about the difference between the Superzoom series and the Muse series, and what the real difference was between the two. The Muse was always put out as a more stylish series. For the more budget conscious, the Superzoom were out there, but the models had very similar specs. And I thought, I wonder what the difference is between the two, and is there really a standout out of there? Now, the most, what would I say, the most popular, I suppose, lens focal length in this type of Olympus camera is about 38 to 105. In fact, there were a few roughly around that area. There was the Muse Zoom 105, which is this fella here. There was the Superzoom 105G. In fact, there was actually three models of this. There was the original 105, there was the 105R, and there was 105G. This is the latest of them, 2002 versus 1995. So there's our first comparison. But let me just take those away for a moment and let you see. There's also the Superzoom 110, which is 38 to 110, so it's roughly in that area. There's the LT Zoom 105. That's that funky one. I've done a review on this, so you can actually have a look at that on the YouTube channel. And there's of course the Muse Muse 5, I should say, or Muse Metal. They sort of are all around that area, but I'm not going to talk about those three models today. I want to actually just compare these two together, and you can make up your own mind. I'll tell you what I think, and you can make up your own mind. Maybe go to my Flickr page and have a look at the albums for the two units. Okay, so what is the same? I've already said that the lenses are 38 to 105. They are roughly the same dimensions. So same size, a bit hard to show you there together, but pretty much they're the same size. Look a little bit different because this one's black. It did come in champagne, and this is sort of a silvery type colour. They're roughly about the same weight. They're approximately about 270 grams with a film sitting in them and a battery. What else is the same? They've both got LCDs on the top section. Their flashes are very, very similar, although, oh crikey, if I can get this up and working, the flash controls are very, very similar. They have fill-in flash, they have flash off, they have auto flash, they have auto red eye, they also have nighttime mode. The Superzoom does actually have an extra nighttime mode and red eye reduction as well, and the whole idea of the nighttime mode was sort of a bit of ambient light in there as well. This particular model, I'm not too sure about the Muse, but this particular model of the Superzoom also has a quartz date back, which certainly wouldn't sell it for me. They both have the wide tele controls in the same area. The shutter button's in the same place. The flash, whoops, I'll just move those around. The flashes are both away from the lens as well, sort of a reasonable distance, I suppose. Okay, so that's their similarities. What's different with them? I've told you about the difference in the flash, and you'll notice that the Muse has a diopter correction, which is very, very handy for those of us that wear glasses. So I would certainly think about that if you are thinking about comparing the two series, and whether you'd get a Superzoom or whether you would get a Muse. Really, that's sort of the only real physical differences that I can think of, and the physical similarities. But image quality is different. I really do honestly think, oh sorry, my apologies, the Mew used to be weatherproof. I wouldn't say that it was weatherproof anymore. The seals only lasted for about 3 years. This is a 1995 model, so in 2015 it's 20 years old. I wouldn't be trusting that seal anytime soon. But of course it was weatherproof at the time and commanded the extra price. Going back to image quality, as far as image quality is concerned, the Mew stands out above the Superzoom. The Superzoom's quite nice. There's nothing wrong with it. And if you wanted to get one, I picked this up for $4 at a thrift shop. So you know, $4 worth of value. There's no doubt about it. It's great, and it's a nice camera to use. But for pure image quality, the Mew lens is sharper. It is more contrasty. There's definitely more detail in the photographs from the center to the corners, I should say. It's really quite sharp. This is a little bit soft in the center versus the Mew, but it does fall off a bit toward the edges as well. Have a look at the Flickr albums and see what you think. So that's it pretty much for today. The winner, of course, as far as I'm concerned, is the Mew over the Superzoom. But don't let that stop you. If you see a Superzoom and you would like to have a play with it, they were worthwhile. That's it for today. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.